lasagna.
Alfredo.
Alfredo. What?
Ravioli.
Ravioli. Okay. Spaghetti. You do spaghetti. Okay, so I'm gonna show you kind of a fun recipe, which is a twist on lasagna. I love lasagna. My kids love lasagna. This is easier, I believe, than lasagna. And if you like lasagna, just so it's not always eating the same thing, you can shake it up a little bit. So this is called cheesy lasagna roll-ups. All right, so what we do is I'm cutting this down. So it calls for, if you're feeding your family, 12 lasagna noodles, a container of ricotta cheese. You could also substitute cottage cheese. 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, a third of Romano, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, garlic salt, parsley if you like parsley, and then 2½ cups of mozzarella. And then also some type of a spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce. All right, so when you would make this for your family, you'd preheat your oven to 350. And then we would take this pan, and it says to spread just enough sauce on the bottom so that the pasta noodles aren't going to stick. So I'm just going to put a little bit of pasta sauce on the bottom. Like so. Lay it over to the side for now. Okay, the next step. Number 3, cook the lasagna noodles in a large pot of water. When you are cooking pasta, unlike some of the other types of foods, you need to bring the water to a full boil, then add the pasta. Okay, you don't put pasta noodles in cold water, because once you do that, the starch will stick together, whether it's macaroni noodles, spaghetti, it'll stick. And then when it starts to boil, it won't unstick itself. So you just have a big clump of pasta. So you need to bring it to a boil, then stick it in the pot. Okay? So I have already done that. And then in the meantime, since that's already done, I'm going to take an egg, and I'm going to beat the egg into this pan. We said eggs are good because eggs are a binder, and they're used to take other ingredients and bind them together, kind of like glue. Otherwise, it'll all fall apart in your recipe. So I'm just mixing that up slightly. Okay, then it says to add our ricotta cheese. Now I am using cottage cheese because cottage cheese is a lower fat cheese. So I'm using a container of cottage cheese. You could use ricotta cheese. Okay, so I'm adding not quite the whole container because I've cut this down a little bit. So I've added the ricotta cheese. I've also pre-measured out my pepper, my salt, and my garlic salt. I'm going to stick that in here as well, just to give that an Italian-y taste. Okay. And then I'm going to stir in all the rest of my cheeses, so my cheese blend that I've already pre-measured out. How many of you like cheese? I like cheese. Okay. Okay, so there's that. I'm setting this over here. Now what I do is I lay out my, where's my video person? Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm laying out my pasta noodles. These are lasagna noodles. Okay, and I'm just going to spread it out, kind of like it's icing. Now you could put meat in here also if you want. This is just a cheesy one. You could put different kinds of meat in it if you want. I'm going to show you a little variety, how we could change this up a little bit. This is nice because we have the grain group, we have the dairy group, we add meat, we have the meat group, and when we add our pasta sauce, we have the vegetable group. So all we would need is a fruit to go with this, maybe some grapes. So all I'm doing is just rolling this up, bring my pan over here, seam side down. Okay. Roll the next one up fairly tight. Seam side down, another one. side down. Okay, so far it's pretty easy, isn't it? Now this time I'm going to take the pasta, lay it out. A broken one, I'm going to see if I can salvage him. Okay, and this time I'm going to take pepperonis. Okay, I'm going to lay some pepperonis down. Do the same thing. Set this down. Roll it up. Side down. Down. Okay, now I'm just going to, this one's broken, so it's going to be a problem. The other thing you can do is do stuffed shells. How many of you have had stuffed shells before? Same kind of thing. I'm going to take the same filling that I made and fill my shell. The shells are already pre-cooked.